More questions?
I have a question, please, Gareth.
Yes, sir, Ray Ray.
As creatives,
Is that really your name, Ray Ray?
yeah, I made that up when I moved from Limpopo. We had to switch things up.
Well, they do have problems. They do have problems with education in Limpopo. So let's give them a hand for making it here.
I have a question. As creatives, a part of our job is writing live reads, and we have to because that's part of what we do. What do you think we can do to encourage people like you who, when it lands on your desk and you just read on it?
I never just do a live read. We have ways of doing them every time that immediately get the attention of the listener to make it clear to them that this is not part of programming, but at the same time to draw their attention into it. It depends on every person you're dealing with. Some DJs really are morons, and you must just give them the live read and let them read it. and it's safer for all the ad agencies to just stick to that and to let the people who are a little creative have a bit of leeway. So understand on an ad hoc and by merit basis that sometimes you're going to get the bare minimum. Someone's going to read it, probably sometimes read it wrong, but that at best you will get a live read that makes everybody who's listening want to go out and try something or buy something or give it a go.
Cool.
And you also mentioned the issue about how
Are you guys
measure.
asking me questions because everyone else has run out?
No, I mean, you finished earlier, so your time is still ticking. But otherwise, you mentioned about the issue of measuring listenership, that it's not really a true reflection, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it? The question is it really a reflection?
I can't see how it is. It's
of
certainly
quality.
It's a reflection of trend. Certainly, if someone over 3 or 4 diaries is dropping all the time, there's a problem. If someone's increasing over, let's say, a period of 4 diaries or 3 diaries, because you need 3 to plot the chart. But usually these things require a much longer time period, and they're highly inaccurate. 1 week, they could go out and they could sample 10 people in the same block of flats. The next week, they go out and they sample people in 3 different suburbs, for example, and they end up with completely different results. It's not scientific.
So what
People
are
will
the
complain about how Facebook and Twitter aren't scientific. My God. This is so much more archaic. We're saying, like, should someone be taken off the breakfast show when either they're too old for their target audience or if someone else comes along who's better? And absolutely, you could take a breakfast show host off any time you like if you're station management. The difference is between the situation, the hypothetical situation that you put out there, and the reality is that A, there are not that many people who can do breakfast shows in this country, so you're limited as to what you're going to replace that person with, because it's probably going to be Drake. And if you do replace the breakfast host, you usually use your afternoon guy, and then you have a gap in the afternoon, and this is why I didn't get into station management. It's a thankless, horrible task. You are, and I've always believed, from my point of view, you are as good as your audience continue to tell you are, and not just the audience, but the people who don't like you. And honest people, like in my case, I'm very lucky to have Rena Brumberg, who tells me every day how rubbish I am and how I must improve. Because you've got to be, to really make it in radio, the one thing we all have in common in the whole world, in human terms, is this ability to communicate with each other across all kinds of barriers. And if you're good at that, you effectively can be ageless, raceless, classless, genderless. You can appeal to a maximum number of people in a very real sense, and I think most people get better with age. I don't think that they become irrelevant with age.